思わなかったんだ
ろう。Yeah, this one's gonna be a rant video. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a fantasy anime about an all-powerful elf mage with an exceptionally long lifespan who goes on a new journey, learning to understand the value of life and love, considering how the smaller and more cherished moments in a human's life are viewed as quick flashes and seem so insignificant given her vast life. But with the loss of a dear comrade, she's able to recontextualize her past experiences with her previous comrades as she carries along her new journey, and she has new experiences with her current party. And despite being an all-powerful mage, her show is powerful enough to put me to asleep when I'm having difficulty going to bed. Yeah, when I end up taking some caffeine late in the day, an episode of good old Frieren does the trick to make me go night-night. Watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End is like dragging your nuts against the hot surface of a mountain, only to be mauled by a mountain lion once you've reached the top. Frieren is slow. It's boring to the 19th degree. It's the epitome of trash that's been stewing in its own damn juices and has been evenly baked on a Tuesday afternoon of a summer sun. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a monumental load of ass, is what I would say if I was an absolute idiot. Gotcha, didn't I? A little disclaimer, but excluding Vinland Saga Season 2, something I've already read before it even came out, Frieren is probably the best anime I've seen in years. I'm not saying it's a perfect show or that it's an all-time great anime, but it's pretty good and ticks a lot of boxes for me. Sure, out of context when they get deep into their Sakuga bag, people who haven't seen the show might think it's on some battle shonen wave, given how saucy and well animated it is, due to no small part of Madhouse. Yet, as good and as beautifully done as those scenes are, they were sort of the icing on the cake for me. You see, I've realized for a while that the chill, slice of life genre can't be as bland as many would have you believe. While this is more so the case for the first half of the episodes, you know, the ones that felt like they were two separate episodes that were spliced together, those episodes quickly made me fall in love with the show. I'm speaking generally here, but they were the kind of episodes where the show says, fuck the plot, let's chill out for a bit. And those small moments right there can deliver some nuggets of gold that you would have never thought the show could deliver. Kinda like when you're pressured to attend an event you had no interest in going to, but you end up having a pretty good time. I'm talking about some wholesome filler moments, or even not so wholesome filler moments that still manage to flesh out the show's characters. While not exactly a slice of life anime, Gintama has a similar effect on a larger scale, although it's more episodic earlier on in its run opposed to the later arcs. In Gintama, you could have half an episode that many would deem as filler because nothing of significance occurred, and it would be some silly, stupid, heartwarming half of an episode that further solidifies Gen's, Kagura's, and Shinpachi's dynamic with one another, and it makes you further fall in love with them as a whole. And no, I'm not comparing an anime with over 350 episodes to these seasonal animes, because obviously that wouldn't be fair. But this still brings me to the larger point that I've been feeling for quite some time now, and is more prevalent in live action shows, but it still applies to animes. I'm all for shows being 12 episodes for a season, but not every show can get this fly shit off. I'm sorry, but not all of these shows are 8.5s, 9s, or 10s. Not every show can do the 12 episodes with perfect pacing without overstaying their welcome. Trust me, I get why shows like Castlevania is only giving you 8 episodes for the season and dipping out of there, because there's no need to add fluff and fat. Some shows will have a solid premise, and that premise is like a nice dry aged ribeye steak, but to make a full meal out of it, the show will have to end up adding some type of filler. And some shows will dead just give you a shit ton of iceberg lettuce. Yeah, I'm talking about a show dropping 2.5 pounds of iceberg lettuce on top of your ribeye steak, just to add more filler to give your meal more of a body. But my thing is, if you're gonna give me lettuce, at least toss that bum-ass iceberg to the side and give me some romaine. At least with the romaine you have more vitamins and nutrients. In moderation, filler can be a useful tool, but once it's overdone and it comes off as a crutch and becomes a hindrance by incessantly distracting from the main focus of the story, that's when filler becomes a detriment. You look at a show like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, back in the age where TV shows were running 24 episodes deep in the cut a season, and in those filler episodes, or rather episodes that might feel like filler, according to the miserable viewers of today's age, the plot was able to advance through that filler. If you look at Buffy, the episode Once More with Feelings, which is probably the best musical episode of all time, it was able to tie in the plot of the season in a fun, ridiculous episode where everyone randomly breaks out into song and dance, and it's executed masterfully. Filler episodes don't have to be completely swampy ass water. Sure, they might feel episodic in comparison to the episodes that are plot focused, but filler can break up monotony of what's going on. I mean, whatever happened to patience with you impatient little fucks? If a story can be delivered in 8 episodes, why drag it out to 12, right? I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. But there are also shows that have way more episodes and don't make the most of them. Shows that could actually benefit from some filler. They don't have to be full-blown filler episodes. Instead, they could be sprinkled in throughout a few scenes throughout the season's runtime. I'm saying this as a viewer who doesn't need every episode to be a home run. I simply enjoy a good old slow burn, given when all the ingredients show great potential. But hey, f*** all of that for a sec, because I'ma need Jujutsu Kaisen to come to the front of the damn classroom, because surprise, surprise, y'all are one of them shows that would have heavily benefited from some filler slice of life moments and or episodes. I'm sure I'm in the minority here, but all of that saucy animation just doesn't get my panties wet and make me want to give it up on the first date like a bunch of these battle shonen meatheads. And hey, if you're a battle shonen meathead, that's fine. Enjoy whatever the hell you enjoy. But as for me, flashy fights aren't enough for me, nor is it ever required. No spoilers, but while I know disconnected details about the manga, because Jujutsu Kaisen manga readers couldn't shut the fuck up from week to week, I still fail to see why the main trio in the beginning and Gojo's dynamic was so poorly done. I've seen people try to defend it by saying it was never the point, and no, I'm being dead serious. I've seen that several times. I'm not just pulling that out from the deepest pit of my ass. Now, I can only talk for myself here, but if any one of them were to die in front of the others, and those who were still alive got sad, or reacted however they were to react when dealing with the loss of a partner, I wouldn't feel a damn thing. You know, let me actually preface myself by saying that the voice actors could very well kill it in the booth and get some goosebumps out of me, and that would be a testament to their performance rather than the material itself. But with that being said, I wouldn't believe the sadness expressed on that screen for a second. That shit would fall flat. In no way am I saying Jujutsu Kaisen is trash. The power system is dope and apparently could even be a lot more complex than them. The animation is great, and it has my favorite character in the show, Big Toji. The biggest. But that's about it. None of this stuff matters if I don't care about the characters. Like seriously, Toji aside, the level of investment I have in these characters are about the same levels of investment I have for Rei and Evangelion. 0%. No lie, this is gonna sound like some hate, but I felt more between Eggman and Agent Stone in Sonic 3 than I would if any of those 4 were to die. And I can already hear the JJk stands. But that's the point, you're not really supposed to care, bro, shut up. Don't tell me what the author was trying to make me feel. What you get out of it is what you get out of it. That doesn't apply to everybody. Everyone isn't gonna get the same message. Everyone isn't gonna feel the same way. Deal with it. As much as I give Evangelion, the people who love it to death, they can feel however they feel. I don't have to feel that way, but they're entitled to their feelings.
Target neutralized.
Like, if the characters can't believably being the key word here, if they can't express that they care for each other, why the hell should I? And again, this is all subjective and personal preferences with me. I'm just thinking out loud here. But despite everything I said about Jujutsu Kaisen, a few filler moments and or episodes dedicated to slowing down the pace, giving characters genuine heart-to-heart moments, to help build up a believable friendship and camaraderie, would have been an easy fix for my level of investment in this anime. This is the beautiful thing about adaptations though. You don't need a one-to-one adaptation from manga to anime. In the anime, you have a chance to improve upon a foundation that was already established. I know animation isn't easy, especially when you have to make fight sequences look as dope as they do in Jujutsu Kaisen. Not to mention the schedule and workload of workers in these studios. But a little longer of a wait time to do these shows justice, in my humble opinion, is worth it in the long run. Unfortunately, I know that last part will ruffle some feathers, because of this microwave era we live in, with the entitlement people feel about their favorite mediums of entertainment. But that's a whole different dimension of fuckery I don't want to get involved with.
How dare my favorite anime be pushed back another 3 months? I need it now.
Bro, shut the fuck up and go outside and work out. Find some different hobbies and develop some new skills in the meantime. Seriously, man. Now I'm just ranting, but yeah, this was probably all over the place. But I just needed to openly say this sort of thing in the atmosphere.